Welcome to Stormy Willow, where we explore the paranormal, celebrate the odd, and never trust the living. I'm your host, Adele, Dreadful Jubilee.
And I'm your host, Sarah. I completely forgot my line. I'm your host, Sarah, if you will. And I'm saying that because Adele did another amazing compilation, and I noticed that I say, if you will, a lot. Like you can make a drinking game out of it.
If you will. Okay.
You will.
I've noticed during editing, I guess I have like a nervous tick, but I always go, like after I say a lot of stuff, or, oh, it's very annoying.
I
didn't know I did that.
It's really humbling to listen to yourself.
Yeah.
It really is, because I'm like, oh God, like, and usually like it doesn't like, not that it bothered me, but I just thought it was funny. But I was like, how many times? Like, why do I'm like, why do I even say if you will? Like, what does that even mean? But I say a lot. So if you and your friends want to get lit quick,
if you will,
you will, you can have a really good time with that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. You think you have such a wide-ranging vocabulary until you listen to your own podcast, and you're like, wow, I have a few choice phrases that I just
It's so true. You're like, say another word.
Like, what the hell?
And sometimes I realize I can understand what I'm saying, but I'm like, oh, that came out a little mumbly. And so, but anyway, I thought I would poke fun at myself today and make that my little intro. So,
well, thanks. But if you will, let me take you to Texas for some booger news.
Oh, not in the great state of Texas now.
The Lone Star State, Texas. Highway to heaven or hell? Unclear.
Shit.
All right, so this happened actually 2 weeks ago, but I still wanted to cover this because it's a crazy story. So in today's installment of We Wish We Were Making This Up, a bus wrapped head to tire in bold declarations of Jesus Christ went full Book of Revelations on a Texas highway, exploding into a fiery mushroom cloud that looked like it was ripped straight out of a Left Behind reboot directed by Michael Bay.
What?
Eyewitnesses reported a massive boom followed by flames engulfing the holy hot rod as smoke billowed into the heavens like the Lord was tired of bumper sticker bumper sticker and sent a memo.
You're going to say bumper sticker, if you will,
a bumper sticker of evangelism. I just have a hard time saying evangelism.
Well, that's a tough one.
Okay, like the Lord was tired of bumper sticker evangelism and sent a memo via fireball. So no one was injured, don't worry, and all passengers escaped before the divine detonation. But questions remain. Was it spontaneous combustion or divine intervention? Is this what happens when your engine gets baptized in gasoline? Was the rapture overbooked? The bus, affectionately dubbed by locals as the Jesus Bus, was known to carry scripture, sermons, and now the lingering scent of righteous smoke and melted decals. The driver has not spoken publicly, but sources say he not stirred, which is the same energy we bring to every Mercury retrograde. In summary, if your salvation is riding on 4 wheels and unleaded, you might want to take the next exit. Yes.
You know what the story reminds me of? You remember, like, when we would say, so you guys hear about Herman or Paw Paw a lot. Well, Herman had a very foul mouth, and we got that. You know, we would say GD all the time because it was just a word that Paw Paw said, and we didn't understand that it was, you know, probably not a good word for young children to say. And so we would say it all the time. And you remember, you get struck by lightning. Like, that's what I'm sensing with this whole van. They got struck by lightning.
Somebody was like, I dare you to say it. I dare you.
Yep.
Words never.
Someone said GD in that van, and I think that's what happened.
And it was like, I don't know exactly where this was, but I noticed in some of the pictures there was like a kidney foundation like sign. So I don't know if this happened close by to like maybe people getting dialysis treatment or things for their kidneys, which I don't know, was just kind of an odd piece of information as well.
Man, that's some interesting news. I'm glad everybody's okay though.
Yeah, everybody made it out except for the bus.
Yeah.
That was the only casualty.
Oh.
Um, but yeah, I guess speaking of lightning strikes, do we want to see the astro forecast?
I mean, why not? I mean, we're gonna have to one way or the other.
It's gonna happen. Time's just gonna keep coming, so may as well see what we're in store for.
Right.
All right, so this is your astro forecast for May 5th through the 11th, 2025. All right, Monday, foggy with bright spots,
Okay.
mental static, mixed signals, and weird dreams. Trust your instincts, not the group chat. So this is going to be best for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. A Stormy Willow tip: let the day unfold, don't push for answers. So just find out the answers as you naturally will. Don't go looking for it.
Okay.
Okay?
Sometimes you don't want to find what you're looking for. Just
Yeah,
ignorance is just go with it.
let it reveal itself to you.
Yeah. Don't be
Okay?
in a hurry.
Yeah, just let it do its thing. Don't
Yeah.
influence. Tuesday, sunny and bold.
Oh,
So Venus sextile Pluto, which means flirtation with power.
on
Yes,
a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday. So big
Oh.
moves in love, art, and personal truth. Best for Aries, Aquarius, and of course Leo.
Mm.
Stormy Willow tip: say the thing, wear the outfit, and take the risk.
Oh, I like that energy. Okay.
That's right. And then Wednesday, partly cloudy with plot twists. Maybe from how we behaved the day before. So
Yeah.
disruptions or wild cards and convos and plans. Keep it light. Best for Gemini, Libra, and Sagittarius. Stormy Willow tip: expect the unexpected and laugh when it happens.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes a good sense of humor is the best way to get through really any emotion.
It really is. If you can laugh at it, there's no
Yeah.
power.
It's very true. It's very hard to do,
It's
but
just like an it. You can't think
yeah,
that sounds scary.
it's true.
And then Thursday, steady sun. So practical wins, ground your goals, do the boring but important stuff. It's going to be best for Taurus, Virgo, of course, you're so organized, as well as Capricorn. Totally their energy. These people are always
Yeah.
on top of everything and well grounded with Taurus. So Stormy Willow tip: clear one big task and treat yourself like a boss,
Hey, treat yourself like a boss lady.
like a boss. Most obnoxious thing ever.
Birdie has a sweater that says boss lady.
I bet you have one that says "Who's the boss?" and it says
I wish
Angela.
I wish I did. Angela's definitely the boss.
Well, speaking of bosses, there's distant thunder on Friday.
Oh no, I knew it. I felt it.
Jealousy, ego clashes, or old
Oh,
wounds may flare.
oh,
Stay cool, not combative.
shit. That's not fun.
Best
That is some
for
Cancer energy.
Yeah, best for Scorpio, Aries, Leo. Two, Stormy Willow tip: walk away from the group text with grace.
Or a joke.
Just break the wrist and walk away. All right, now the weekend.
Have that GIF ready.
Yeah,
That whole GIF
seriously.
ready just to
Yep.
break the wrist, walk away.
Saturday, clear skies and grounded vibes. So Mercury enters Taurus. We're going to feel focused and we're going to have earthy clarity. Great
Love
for
that.
decisions and purchases. So,
Okay.
yeah, if you're thinking about making a big purchase or on the brink of a big decision, Saturday's your day to make that decision. Stormy Willow tip: make the plan, stick to it, and indulge a little bit.
A little indulgence never
Yourself.
hurt anybody. Yeah.
And then Sunday, cloudy with the cosmic reset. So we're going to have deep fills and a chance to realign. It's a quiet day to listen inward. Best for Pisces, Cancer, and Sagittarius. Stormy Willow tip: rest, release, and recharge your magic.
I like that. Sometimes we need some recharging.
Yeah. Well, back to you.
Well, that's not a bad week.
No, not so bad. It just seems like it's going to be like a little touch and go on some days.
Yeah, I feel like that's nothing.
But it's weird though. I believe the last time, before your hiatus to leave us and go play in the Big Apple, um, we were saying watch your text messages again, and Pete Hegseth again for the
For
same damn thing.
for
That was weird.
real.
I thought
I
that
mean,
was a
that's
little.
why. I mean, obviously he doesn't listen to the pod. And if he did, or if he does, he didn't listen to the forecast because that's two times now. And we were like, oh no.
Like, come on,
Yep,
Pete.
Pete, stop. Like the stars are literally telling you,
Like, watch
don't
it,
do
dude.
it. Maybe just don't text anymore. You don't
Just,
have to text. Like it's
just
fine.
delete the app, Scott. Like,
Yes,
just delete it.
don't do it. Just
Just
don't
get
do
on
it.
WhatsApp and don't go by your name at this point.
It's like, oh, yeah, I thought that was really crazy. And I do want to give a huge shout out to the Big Apple. It's one of my favorite places. And several episodes ago, I did a story on Terrytown and Sleepy Hollow. And Adele, I got to go there this time. And you have to go. If you are in the Big Apple, and Grand Central Station, Adele. It's amazing. You literally take a train and it's like right there at the city. You get off the train, you're right there in Terrytown. And I had just missed their halfway to Halloween party that they had. And the whole city did like a murder mystery where like all the merchants were involved in it. It's like their kickoff for halfway to Halloween. And wow, I got to do a duck race. Like you buy like a little plastic duck for like charity and they like send it down like this little river. It was great. I mean, just an absolutely charming, wonderful town. And if you haven't been, I give it 2 thumbs up. It was phenomenal. Amazing shops and restaurants, and just, I can't even imagine how cool it is. One of the vendors was saying if you do come in Halloween, like during October, like expect 2 hour waits at restaurants and stuff. So I think it's very much like a Salem vibe, but you should go. It's just beautiful. People are really nice.
Very
They
cool.
do.
Sounds like a good community.
Yeah, it's a great community. I mean, it's just so picturesque and just beautiful and just, I mean, I wanted to come home and put out Halloween. Like, and it was really cold that day. So like I had to get a sweatshirt, of
Okay,
course.
of course.
Had to. But it was fantastic. Everybody was super sweet. Like, I love it. I love New Yorkers. I think they're great. Great city. Good time.
Your Bette Midler's showing.
My Bette Midler showing. I love it. Well, speaking of beautiful places to travel, got a real crazy one for you guys today. All right.
Okay.
So, Adele, have you ever like been sound asleep? It's the middle of the night, and like you hear something, but you're like, I shouldn't be hearing this. Just go back to sleep. It's nothing. So it's like your brain is screaming, go back to bed, but your soul is already like, I should probably get a flashlight and see what the hell's going on. Situation.
No, I don't think I've ever.
You've never had that? Okay, well, that's good.
Why have
Well,
you?
yes.
Oh, is it because like in this house or like in the
They're
house?
just in general.
Okay.
Like you hear something, you're like, oh, should I check that out? No. Okay. Well, anyway, that's good for
Okay. Well, it's usually a cat.
you. Well, just imagine you're on this picturesque vacation in Hawaii and this happens to you. And it's peaceful, and then all of a sudden like a conch shell blows and you're like you hear drums and then you hear chanting and then you see torches flickering in the dark, but there's nobody holding them, they're just kind of floating. Then you have just seen a night marcher, my friend.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a night marcher?
I have, I think, on like some cheesy travel channel kind of show
Well, shit.
years
Well,
ago. I
you're
don't
gonna,
remember anything about it. I just know it's like Hawaiian, I think.
yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
that's about all I
Okay,
know.
so let's get one thing straight here, okay? So the night watchers are not like your typical like ooh, like spooky southern ghosts that we talk about, like haunting like, a house or, land. Um, they are actually ancient warrior spirits, okay? So they're not very nice, they're not casual, and they really don't like you to mess with them. So
Okay.
they are believed to be ghostly processions. So, like, like they're like high ranking Hawaiian warriors and chiefs, sometimes even gods.
I was about to say, are they even ghosts or are they more like demigods or gods at
Eh,
this point?
Yeah, so we've got
Or like
warriors,
spirits,
chiefs,
I guess.
gods, and they're still marching their sacred path centuries later, protecting their land. So these aren't like, oh, I lived here with my family and I just didn't know I passed. Like, we're talking like serious battle kind of folk. And so they're going to appear in their full battle regalia. Like, so we're thinking, and this is supposed to sound scary, but it sounds funny. But we're thinking feathered cloaks, helmets, weapons, which I think just sounds funny other than the weapons. Like, somebody's coming at me in a feathered cloak. I'm like, what?
I'm
Okay.
thinking like a Mayan kind of warrior, though. It could be kind of scary. If it looks
It
like
would.
Quetzalcoatl, like, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I'm thinking just something gay and fabulous. Like,
What
hey,
about
girl.
like Ric Flair?
Yeah.
Ric Flair is what you're picturing
That's what I'm
with his little
picturing.
feather boas.
But that's not the case here, okay? But they're still like crossing, like they're stomping, like marching across the island, like they're late for like a luau or celebration. But here's the kicker: they don't actually march on the ground; they float. So they're not actually making contact with the ground; they're floating,
But you still
and they
hear them
but you
sound
can
like
still
them.
hear them pound. They don't leave any footprints, and they'll walk through your house or hotel if that's the path they marched in life. So, if your hotel or wherever you're staying was built on the battleground, if you will, then they're coming through it. They don't care.
Okay.
All right. So can you imagine? Like, this would be like, I've been to Hawaii once, and it was in band, and I was a high school kid, so I don't really count that as a real vacation. But
High
I
school
can't
marching
imagine.
band.
I can't imagine like going there as an adult now, like spending all this time and money to go to this paradise, and that would be my luck. I bet, are you fucking kidding me?
It would be kind of cool though.
I think it would be amazing, but I was just saying,
Well,
like, you think
we
you're gonna
haven't
get
heard if they actually do harm or anything yet.
Yeah, let me tell you the rest of the story and you see if you still think that would be cool.
But although mess with my sleep, they're gonna get a battle they weren't looking for, man.
So, I mean, good there's some good news here. Like, there are warning signs that they're coming.
Oh, they're like rattlesnakes.
Yeah, they do give you a warning. So I'm just gonna tell you a few, like, if this happens, you just might want to go ahead and get up, get moving. The first one is you smell sulfur, which we know is never a good thing. Never. You smell sulfur.
It means either Sarah has an upset stomach or there's a demon.
Yeah, one or two things, and they're both not good. Two.
They're both demonic.
This is also like my upset stomach. You'll hear distant drumming. It
This
somehow
is just a
sounds like
Pepto-Bismol commercial.
you'll hear distant drumming that sounds like someone's right behind you. Yep, that also.
You're walking down a hall.
Wait, hang on. What is that? I'm trying to think of upset stomach, diarrhea. You smell the sulfur, something's drumming, diarrhea. Anyway, we need to shop that. We need to work on that. Number 3, you catch a glimpse of torches.
Well, that's never good. Like,
Yeah, so sulfur, drumming, torches. So,
Sounds like a barbecue.
sounds like a good time. So, another little thing just to kind of file away in memory bank. Don't look them in the eye. Do not speak and do not move. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, you need to lay down, face flat in the dirt, like your mom just caught you lying about doing your homework. And that's like pretty much all you can do. Just like play dead, play possum. That's what you were told.
Who figured this out?
I don't know. I guess someone that got attacked.
I don't know. This is sounding like a prank. Like what are like those snape hunts or whatever, snipe hunts
What? What is a snipe hunt?
or something. It's like a creature that doesn't exist and they just mess with you.
Just to try to see if they can get you like lay face down in the dirt.
Yeah, just to make you look like an idiot and scare you.
Well, they say that if a marcher recognizes you as bloodkin, they'll yell, "Nau," which means mine, and spare you. So basically, if your great-great-grandpa was somebody real important, you might be okay. But if you're somebody like us that's from South Carolina, we're probably fucked.
I wonder what they yell at us.
But what'd you say to me? What'd you say,
You
Mama?
want biscuit?
What? Biscuit. So yeah, so if you see this, like basically play dead. I mean, unless maybe you have some kinfolk that are Hawaiian, then maybe just take the chance. I don't know. That's up to you. Now, I do have some encounters for you.
Did these people go face down in the dirt?
Well, let's see. All right. So now this is legend, okay? So let's just get into what they say. So one of the bloodiest battle sites in Hawaiian history was on the, I'm going to say this wrong, guys, Nuanu Pale Lookout. It's N-U-U-A-N-U.
Okay.
But anyway, that's one of the bloodiest battle sites in Hawaiian history. So legend says that the cliffside is a hot zone for night marchers. Like they've been spotted there. And so if you're there after dark, you might hear the marching or feel the cold wind and then nothing. Like no animals, no sound, nothing. Just this spooky silence. And just the sense that somebody's watching you. So, you know, just that kind of creepy feeling. So one park ranger there reportedly saw torches flickering along the edge, no people in sight, and heard chanting all around him. He said he felt paralyzed, like the air was pressing down on him until the lights vanished, and then he quit the next day.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. And then there's also sightings at the Mana. I'm so sorry, guys. My Hawaiian is not on point. Manoa Falls Trail, M-A-N-O-A, Manoa Falls Trail. A couple was hiking at dusk, and they swore they saw a line of torches bobbing in the jungle. On a straight path, they went right through the terrain. They ducked down, and the lights, they said, just floated by. They said there was total silence.
Floated by.
Just like floated torches, floating. They said there were no footsteps, just the feeling of ancient eyes sliding over them.
That's spooky.
Yeah. I mean, maybe don't, like, if it's getting to be dusk, don't be out there.
Just, I don't know. I think I would still be more afraid if they were real people. Like real living people with torches.
Well, that's because we, of this podcast, are much more afraid of the living.
Yeah.
Like, you put us, like, I don't know, somewhere with people, like, we're gonna go crazy, but, like, we put us somewhere, like, you know, where Bigfoot sightings are, we're totally at home. Like, that's why we have this podcast. We're not normal. I think most people would be more afraid of this. I'm like, that's so cool.
Let's go. I never wanted to go to Hawaii until now, because you know how I feel about the ocean.
I know. Like, this is already, like, for Adele, this is already, like, her, like, Hawaii is everybody's paradise except for Adele. It's her personal hell. And she's like, now this? It's like finally a reason to go.
I can go in a jungle with some shade. Away
Like,
from the water, see some
like,
paranormal stuff. Let's do it.
like, okay, I'm down. But it would be so funny for people to be like, "Are you so excited to see the beaches and eat the fruit?" You're like, "I hate fruit. Don't do the beach. I'm here for the night marchers."
I bet the pork is great, but I'm a vegetarian.
Do you have any biscuits on this island? Do you have Bojangles on the island? You two wearing a little floral shirt, eating a bow biscuit and bow rounds, looking, waiting for like the floating torches to come by.
You'll just see like my bow box and my backpack on my little Vespa going through the jungle.
Then you'd have your jumbo tea.
I'm like, this is the greatest place ever. Look at the volcanoes. This is so cool.
Finally, I talked her into wanting to go to Hawaii with me. Finally. All right. Now, remember when I said they don't care where they march? Like, it could be your private home, your hotel, or whatever. So, this sighting actually came through someone's living room. So, one family reported hearing war chants and drums in the dead of night. No music, no neighbors, no TV on, just marching through the walls.
I really don't know how I would react to that.
As long as it didn't wake you up, you'd be fine.
I would probably sleep through all of this.
You're like, it's fine, we can share the space.
Keep it down once I'm asleep.
All right, so let's talk about the cultural roots and misunderstandings. Okay. So before we go full like Ghost Brothers on this, let's just back it up a little bit with history. So the night marchers aren't just spooky stories, they're sacred, okay? So their legend ties way back to ancient Hawaii, basically with the laws of, Hawaii is very sacred for spirituality and that sort of thing. So chiefs and kings had such immense spiritual power that commoners couldn't even look at them without risking death. So, like, these chiefs and they were like gods, like these spiritual gods. And so they held like crazy power. And so that's the energy that these marchers carry. It's not really like evil. It's just more like divine and like I'm untouchable kind of vibe, if that makes sense. You know?
Kind of like Juggernaut from the X-Men.
There you go. Yeah. So some say the night marchers are guardians of tradition. Some say that when the land was alive, that it was more like they would march with reverence. It was more like a reverence kind of march. But so if you're ever on the islands, don't treat it like you're on a ghost tour. Like, don't go looking, Adele. They're really funny about like not disrespecting sacred land, that sort of thing. And so because it's not just stories. So I feel like they're a lot like the indigenous people, right? It's like land means so much to them. So I almost feel like I don't want to say like they would be cool with you, but I would say that they probably would be more dangerous, like if you're out there like littering and acting like a fool and, desecrating their land.
Yeah, you're also I don't think you're supposed to take things from the volcano, like artifacts or rocks. Like, I think they will curse you for it. Like,
exactly. So they're kind of funny. Like, maybe just like leave that conch shell where it is. Like, don't put it in your bag.
Don't take land kind of souvenirs.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Don't do it. Yeah, just leave it alone. So anyway, there have been modern day encounters, and so despite like this being like ancient legend, the sightings haven't stopped. Like, construction workers in Honolulu have reported abandoning sites after unexplained chanting. They're like, peace out, not doing this, I'm out. Security cameras in remote areas have picked up phantom lights that move too fast and too synchronized to be hikers. So they think maybe it could be the torches. Some folks have even set up altars or offer a lei when building near known paths as a sign of respect, just in case. Kind of like, is it okay that I'm building this sort of thing? So obviously, with everything we do on this podcast, there's no scientific explanation of the floating torches or the shared experiences people have across generations. But some, of course, say it's just mass hysteria, and others say it's cultural memory. I say don't mess with people who don't leave footprints.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about all of this, like Adele? Like, you think they're out there?
It seems like people are experiencing some kind of phenomenon, but still, it doesn't seem very clear to me that they really harm anybody.
Yeah, like I don't feel like I feel like they're more just like a presence, like we're still here, kind of, I don't feel like they're like trying to like kill people
Yeah,
or
I kind of don't
anything.
really. I mean, I guess they're just going on a walk like normal, and maybe I don't know. It's weird though, because it seems like they are to a certain extent aware of other people. It's kind of weird. I don't really understand what realm they're actually in.
Right. Or are they like on a loop? Is it
Yeah, or
just
if they're even real or intelligent hauntings at all.
right? Like, could it just, I mean, and there's always that chance it could just be a bunch of people like, hey, let's go out here and scare some tourists.
Or that too. Like, yeah, it could be a great way to just scare people away from certain areas they don't want
Be
non-indigenous people to
developed.
be.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it really could be anything. I do think it's interesting though. Like I really do, and I do feel that the land is so sacred. I mean, land is so sacred, and you look how we treat our land, and I think that you know, it's I don't know, maybe it's just a good story just to protect the land and everything. But I mean, I would go look for one. I just why not?
Yeah,
I
it
would.
doesn't. I would be curious to experience them, is
Yeah.
put it. I don't think I
Yeah, I
would.
say that, but then I'd be the first one that lays like flat in the dirt. But it would be
Right?
an accident because I would fall down from running, trying to get away and like roll and fall. That's how that would go down for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. These are pretty curious. I
But they
mean,
are
yeah.
they're a different kind of ghost, very different.
Yeah, they almost seem more to me like, well, I mean, obviously I'm more familiar with the like Irish and European stuff with our backgrounds, but they almost seem like the Fae almost. Like they're not a ghost. They're like something else entirely.
That's true too. Yeah, I
Like I
could
don't
see
know.
that.
That's the best equivalent I could think of is it's just like or elementals even. It's just like land spirits. I have
That's a
no
good
idea.
point. I don't know either, but I mean, if you have a trip planned to Hawaii, let us know if you have any experiences.
And if you had a trip planned and don't like the ocean, maybe this is more interesting to you.
Yeah, stay on the land, like, and look around, like, go on a hike.
Yeah,
Stay safe, stay out of the waters.
seriously.
Oh, yeah, listen to this episode and then Adele's episode on the ocean, and then you're like, guys, I think I want to go to New York like Sarah did instead of going to Hawaii. Oh man, but I don't know. I thought they were they're different. They're different, so it's
Yeah.
kind of fun to cover them.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put them in a category.
They are kind of, I feel like, a category of their own a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool. I don't think we've
Yeah.
covered anything in Hawaii.
No, we haven't. That's why I was like, this is completely different. So it wasn't very long, but I was like, hey, I was not familiar with them. So now you know before you vacation, and we're just looking out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think so. I think it's very cool.
Nice. Well, I'm not spinning the wheel today because we finished out the board, so I'll be back with the prisoner's choice topic next time.
That's right. I can't wait to see what you're gonna come up with.
Oh, it should be good.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Let's see what we got Cinco de Mayo on Monday. So get you a taco and a margarita. Well, as we say here on our podcast, stay safe out there, friends,
Stay curious.
and never trust the
So
living. Bye, you guys.
later, taters.